Welcome in Pesky Pole YouTube channel, little second and 10 football. I am setting up a tournament. I've done a few of these videos before, but and you can kind of find how to do this, all kinds of stuff. But I'll show you how I do it, and more importantly, I want to show you my bracket once I get it set up, and we can follow along in the tournament. So go to the main screen right here. I'm doing college season two tools. I'm going tournament, not playoff, but tournament. I'm going to go seeded draws at home. We're going to have no neutral site games, kind of all home, all home. There we go. And so the cool thing is you don't need to have even numbers for this tournament. You can put in any kind of number of teams you want to, and it will work it out for you in terms of who gets buys, who doesn't get buys, the whole bracket. So it's pretty cool that way. So we're going 2022 right here. And so we're going by the final AP poll. And so if you guys know, Georgia was number one last year. So they're number one overall seed. So all Georgia will not leave home. You got to beat Georgia in Athens between the hedges to take them down. Even the title game, if they get that far, will be in Georgia. I'm doing all home field advantage. I'm going to give Georgia every advantage in the world, try to defend their title or win their title here on this one. So Georgia is one. Michigan ended up two. These are like the final playoff rankings, I should say. Right, yes. Okay. I'm looking at my phone real quick to get this done. So Georgia one. Um, Michigan Wolverines two. TCU, which was a surprise last year. I should see how they do in this tournament, if they how long they last. Something tells me they could get knocked off pretty early, just because they not they were lucky last year, but if you look at the kind of analytics, I guess you can say the inside the numbers, they were supposed to lose more games than they did based on what they did in games. So got some breaks and so forth. Ohio State is four. Bama is five. So I'm doing the top 25 teams. I think I mentioned that. So I figure if you end the year ranked, you deserve to be in the playoffs. I mean, not real. I like how they do it now, but just saying we're going to do it that way. It's a big deal to get ranked at the end of the year, and for our purposes, if you're ranked, you get a trip to this tournament we're going to do. Single elimination, unlike my basketball one, I did a video on that the other day. Tennessee is next. This is all you're doing here. I have fun doing this stuff. Clemson is next, followed by Utah. I love doing this and then kind of looking at the first round matchups and projecting possible second round matchups and who will play who. So Clemson 7, Utah is 8. And the big question is who can beat Georgia? Will someone beat Georgia? Kansas State is next. I forgot Kansas State was up this high last year. So Kansas State in there. And we're doing this on campus, home field advantage for the higher seeds. Southern Cal. Penn State. Washington. Of course, Washington, a great year this year. Florida State, who is having a great year this year as well. Way up there, Florida State is at 13. 14 is Oregon State, the Beavers. There's a lot of good teams last year. That the issue is going to be that Georgia at 1 is a pretty big gap after them. But a lot of these games before Georgia will be pretty good. Oregon right there. Tulane was a surprise last year. I'm not saying that Georgia can't lose in 2nd and 10. They could lose. And I'm going to play these games out on the channel. And I'm going to play drive by drive with 2nd and 10. I don't always do it that way, but I love playing drive by drive. And I'm going to play the tournament out drive by drive. So when you see the game on the channel, it'll be a drive by drive game. If you don't know how to do that in 2nd and 10, I got a video out there already that you can watch, but I will have more up for sure. LSU is at 17. UCLA is at 18. Oh, I skipped them. Where are you, UCLA? UCLA is at 18. And the mighty Fighting Gamecocks, my alma mater, the South Carolina Gamecocks. Had a great year last year. This year they're not. They have a chance to save their season and get to a bowl game. They can win the next 2 games here, but not a great year for them. Kind of they're young. I think the future's still bright though. I think they're getting some recruits in, and they should be okay next year and the year after. But just trying to find a way to end the season on a high note. Texas at 20. Notre Dame at 21. A couple of blue bloods right there. Back-to-back spots. Notre Dame 21. Mississippi State at 22. Forgot about them. Mike Leach's last year before he passed away. And of course, they fired their coach, his replacement, just a little while ago. NC State at 23. And the last 2 are Troy and UTSA. So you got some possible Cinderellas out there. There we go. 25 teams. We'll start this October 1st. This thing the weather-wise. I'm not changing the rule year. When you do that, for some reason, the game freezes up and kicks you out. So it's the same rules from 2012. That's it. Save. Home. We'll do a little bye week. Change the game at home team stadium. Let's try it. Highest seed. So Georgia right now, the 1 seed. It goes through Georgia. We'll see what happens. All right. So we did that. So now we come out of here. And now we got to find players. This is the season. Go to user because you created this as a user. And there is our tournament. Like so. I'm going to go ahead and change these options up a little bit. Make sure we got injuries on, home field advantage on. Start QB with most attempts. I got to change LSU to that helmet's an old school helmet. When that happens sometimes, it's how they name the teams. And for some reason, they name LSU the Fighting Tigers. And they're just the Tigers, how it's in my thing here. So if we go back and do that, you'll see their helmet pop up, which is correct. And that's the matchup. So we've got Notre Dame and Washington. That's a good matchup right there. That's a good game. Texas FSU. That's a good game. Troy, Kansas State. Okay. UTSA and Utah. LSU and Tulane. Talk about two teams close by, neighbors right there. Good little rivalry there. Michigan State and Penn State. You got the Beavers and the Gamecocks. I mean, I don't even know what to say. The Beavers and the Cock. Um, on the road. So the Gamecocks have to go on the road to Corvallis, and Oregon State's a favorite in that one. NC State and USC, UCLA and Oregon. The buys, if we can check this out, here's all the teams with the buys. So we had basically 7 teams with buys. In a 25 team tournament, 7 teams get buys. So there's the buys right there. Georgia, Tennessee, Bama, 3 SEC schools, 2 Big Ten schools, and so forth to do so. It'll be interesting to see if Ohio State, Michigan ever square up in the tournament. That'll be good to see. Bama and Tennessee, will they square up in the tournament at all? They're pretty good rivals. What happens there? We will see. And that's it. So I'll be playing drive by drive. I'm probably gonna play one game around on the channel. And so, what game will I play on the channel here? Probably Texas, Florida State. What do you think with Texas FSU? Um, UCLA and Oregon will Pac-12 matchup. That could be fun on the channel. Um, LSU and Tulane with Tulane's at home. That could be interesting. That could be interesting in the channel. Notre Dame, Washington's pretty interesting. Whenever you have Notre Dame playing, it's interesting. Um, Texas FSU. So we may mess around with that a little bit. We'll see the channel. And so we'll do that one game around in the channel and do it that way and then kind of do recaps for the games that were not in the channel. So that's about it for now. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Thank you.